Howdy all and welcome to Rauta's Reviews. This time I have a band from Italy called Vollmond, which I assume means full moon. That's the impression I got. This is an album called Wolves in Turmoil, already released in early 2021 by Drakkar Productions. And this one is a kind of a curious case. I kind of like it, but I also find it a little bit... I'd say a little bit too lukewarm to be actually good. Let's call it a decent one, and I'll try to explain why. Now, this is the kind of a stuff that doesn't really do the riffs that are like, wow, mind-blowing and all that stuff, but more like leans on the atmosphere within, which is then again pretty dark and all. But once you've gone through hundreds or thousands of releases in black metal, you kind of start to, thirst for more. You kind of need something mind-blowing, or at least really something catchy and memorable to make the difference. And that's unfortunately where, in my opinion, Vollmond fails. Mind you, not badly, but just not being unable to deliver you full blows. Now, on Metal Archive site, it says this is doom/black metal, but I can only guess it means some of the early works by the band, because the third album, Wolves in Turmoil, isn't exactly doom at all. I mean, obviously there are kind of mid-tempo parts and all that stuff. It's not fast-paced all the way through and all that stuff, but to say it's doom, I think it's very misleading. Obviously, that's just my opinion, but that's how I feel about it. I wouldn't call it doom metal at all. But black metal it is, and as such, it is dark and all that stuff. Now, it only lasts for some 30 minutes, which kind of saves it from what it could be called a bigger disaster. Now, the thing here is, like I said, it's nothing really memorable, it's not exactly catchy, it doesn't push the right buttons in the right order anyway. So it's more like, yes, I am totally comfortable in listening to it, but when people would be asking, like, what is your favorite track? Are there any really cool riffs? And I would be like, no. Because the thing here is, it doesn't really stick. Not in my brain. And I kind of tried to make, pointers like, hey, which angle I could, talk this about, what kind of pointers I could drop you. And I feel like I have not much to say. It's one of those albums that once you don't really pay too much attention to it, it's just like, it kind of goes right there on the background. The more you pay attention to it, the more empty it kind of feels. Now, this might sound a little bit of harsh commentary, but my point here is, some albums are more better in order to create atmosphere versus being the kind of a riff-oriented ones where you pay attention to certain chorus parts or certain vocals or certain kind of a lead riffs, guitar solos, and what have you. But Vollmond's forte is the fact that the atmosphere is right there. But when you pay attention to individual riffs, it feels like they could be a lot better. This is not to say it's a bad album, by no means, no, or mediocre one, not even that. But it could be a lot better in so many ways. Like, yeah, a little bit changes here and there, and it could really make a difference. Now it's more like work in progress in terms of being powerful or a catchy or memorable album. Now, some people obviously are very cool with this kind of stuff, so I wouldn't say don't check it out, but rather vice versa. I think you could give it a chance if you just don't mind it's not one of those wow, mind-blown kind of albums. Decent in style and quality, that's something that is enough for a lot of people. Just don't expect too much. I wouldn't know why there are like 2 reviews saying 91% on average on Metal Archives, but that is the kind of a proof that there is. Some people love this kind of stuff, while some just find it listenable, tolerable, somewhat likable, but nothing beyond that. Check out Vollmond, you will find the links provided in the description box. And what can I say? I hope you like it more than I could, even though it's still a decent album. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye-bye.